Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Blaster Master on the Wii Virtual Console. Last episode we ended right outside the boss room in Area 5 here. So we're going to go through this little section here, and we're going to want to try to keep our gun because having a full power gun will make this boss much easier. So, now of course all the bosses can be defeated with just using your grenades, but it's pretty much safe. Guaranteed with you have a full power gun for this upcoming boss. Let's finish off these guys, shoot through the walls when we can. These red guys are really annoying because they usually shoot in bursts of 3. And then the most annoying thing is this room right here, because as soon as you get in, you're gonna get hit by something. Either that little red guy's gonna hit you, or the cannon's gonna hit you. And unfortunately that means that we lost our gun power. There's going to be 4 cannons altogether in this section, and they can drop guns power up, so hopefully we get some gun power up here. Just going to sneak up, hit him with the grenade. Kind of got to snipe them a little bit there. Just got to be careful, we don't want to lose too much of our gun power. Now if we have just the wave gun, it's okay. Of course you want the wave gun that penetrates. It just helps get the boss's hitbox a little bit better. You can get these guys as they're coming around the corner with your grenade. Sneak around. Here we got another one of those cannons. Just gotta kind of sneak up. Unfortunately, our wave gun is the wave is the crest of the wave is too high, so it's hitting the walls. Be careful, like so we don't want to get hit. And unfortunately we got hit and we lost another piece of our power. But we got 2 more here, and I get lucky that they both drop guns. So I managed to have a full gun for the crab boss here coming up. And this boss can be one of the more difficult bosses, but if you have the full power gun, he's pretty much cake. You just kind of stand here at the bottom, and he just walks around and shoots bubbles at you. As he takes more damage, the bubbles are going to come out faster and faster. If you don't have a full power gun, you're just going to have to kind of walk with him and throw the grenade at his mouth there. But if you have a full power gun, you can just kind of stand here, and you should be able to take care of all the bubbles as they come towards you. If a bubble gets really close, you might want to throw a grenade out, but you don't really need to here. The problem with him is when you're walking back and forth, his claws there. Claws have a pretty big hitbox, so you kind of gotta be, like strafing with him and tossing grenades as you walk. Otherwise, the claws are gonna get you. But we got him, and we got the dive unit. This is gonna basically allow our vehicle to maneuver underwater. Basically, when we press the A button, like when we jump and press the A button and we hover when we're in dry land. When we press the A button underwater, it's going to turn our back wheel into like a propeller, and that'll allow us to maneuver around. And we have a lot of maneuvering around to do because we kind of get stuck here. So, gotta do a lot of backtracking to get through Area 5 here. I was hoping to finish Area 5 and Area 6 in this episode, but there's so much backtracking that it's going to be similar to last episode, where I'm going to get through this area and I'm going to end up with end the episode outside the boss area in Area 6. Just going to be careful here. Hopefully these fish are cooperative and drop some power-ups. There we go. And we're very close to our tank. We don't got too much more to go. Don't want to get hit by those hermit crabs there. Remember, they go really fast. So if you have a choice, you probably want to get hit instead by the fish's bullets. Sneak by, and there's the last screen until we get to our tank. And we get to see that dive unit in action. You don't have to worry about health anymore, because remember, once we get into the car, Jason's health automatically refills. car, tank, whatever. Tanks usually think you have tracks, but this is kind of like a tank because that's a big cannon. But there we go, we jump up, and you know how our back tire right now becomes like a propeller. And we can just glide through the water. So now we're going to head back to where we came from, but we're going to notice that those blocks, they reformed. They're like the blocks in Metroid. After you bomb them, they reform. And, yep, can't butt our tank against it and knock them out. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go the long way. We're going to have to head down to the south. You see, there's no way around there. So we have to go a real long route to the left. Just head on down. Missiles won't work against that. So, but we see some blocks over here that we can destroy. And this will take us all the way around the world and eventually back up to the top there. So each of the areas is like a big square. So sometimes if you go left, it'll take you over to the right side of the square. And sometimes if you go through the bottom, it'll take you up to the top of the square. So it's not like linear. Things warp around each other. Luckily we have like the tank, and enemies ain't too much of a problem with the tank. Even there was hermit crabs there that were pretty tough with Jason. Yeah, the tank will take him out in just like 1 or 2 hits. So, yay! Fish, not a problem anymore. 1 hit, don't go done. So yeah, keep them powered up, won't be too bad. But what will be bad is coming up Area 6. Yeah, Area 6, well, we're dealing with liquid water here. Area 6, we're going to be dealing with frozen water. It's the ice world. And ice world means ice physics. And ice physics means really, really slippy. And unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of platforming. We're jumping from small platform to small platform. And that's, the slippy ice makes it really difficult. Because there's a few rooms where you're at the top of the room, and if you fall, you're basically going to fall down to the very bottom of the room, and you're going to have to do a lot of backtracking to get back to where you are. So I'm going to take my time as I'm going through Area 6 there. And unfortunately, we don't have a lot of hover, and even if you do fall down all the way and you have a full hover meter, the rooms are so large vertically that you'll never be able to hover up to the top, back to where you were. So yeah, it's just about being really careful, and unfortunately we don't have any claw enemies along the way to kind of boost up and fill up our hover. If you do have a lot of hover, that's good, because it can help you correct some of your jumps. It's not necessary, but it is helpful. So if you want, you can always go back. We're going to end up near the entrance to Area 5 here. So if you want, you could go back to Area 4 and farm some of the claw enemies to get hover, but don't really need it. This guy up here. We're almost around back to where we couldn't, where those blocks were blocking our way. Just a little bit more, and you'll see we're back where those blocks were. Yep, so there we are, we went all the way around. And luckily we don't have to go too far to get to Area 6. We'll just head over this way a little bit. Area 6 is... all we needed was that dive to basically make that jump, get out of the water. Because Area 6 is right over here. Like I said, it's going to be very annoying because of the ice physics. So let's head on in. Catching my breath there. This is always a nervous place, because like I said, you can fall and lose a lot of progress. And it doesn't help that we got a return of these little like slug type enemies who are really hard to hit. And they can, when they hit you, they can bounce you around. And as they bounce you around, it can push you off the ledges. So yeah, we got the annoying slugs and the annoying mines as well. So the rule of thumb is basically up and to the right. Now, the boss's entrance is pretty much right over to the right, the room to the right. If we went to the bottom, there's once again we got more of these blocks that we can destroy, but our tank can't shoot down. So it's really we gotta go a long way to get to the boss's area. But once you defeat the boss, getting out of Area 6 is gonna be really, really cake. Keep ourselves up here. There we go. Pretty soon we're gonna start getting into these climb rooms where we gotta be very careful on our jumps. Otherwise we'll fall all the way back to the bottom of the room, and then we'll have to do a lot of backtracking. So, yeah, it's too bad we don't have enemies here that give us a lot of hover, but I guess the game knows that if we had too much hover, kind of minimize some of the difficulty in these rooms. You see over there to the right, big hole, and you basically have to go over to the if you fall in that hole, you basically got to go over to the right and kind of loop around the wall, and then we'd end up back in that room over to the left. So be careful, get some heat, the homing missiles. I was gonna say heat seeking, but I don't know if these mutants give off heat. Let's just call them homing missiles. You just home in an enemy. Take these guys out, and here's where we get these big areas where we got two rooms like this where we have to jump across. Just be careful. Sometimes these blocks, these walls are kind of like your little savior. You can slide up against them and they'll stop your momentum. Got a tricky jump here, so we're going to get rid of all the blocks. So the maximum amount of space to jump. Leap of faith, woo! There's a fall of faith. Luckily there's a platform underneath us here. We just still want to go slow. Don't, because there's a mine there. See, the mine pushes you back. If we were going too fast, we had too much momentum, that mine would have pushed us all the way back and we would have fell down to the ground. And yep, then it's repeat time. You don't want to do this as little as possible. So there's one of the two out of the way. We got another one. I'm gonna try to stay as high as possible, and then just fall down when we need to. Use your missiles to take out these slugs. That one, troublesome little guy there. So as you get the slugs as they're falling off the platforms. I'm just doing like I think I'm doing like a shmup here, a shoot 'em up game. This thing called tap dodging, where you just lightly tap on the controller to move your character just a little bit to the side. That's what I'm kind of doing there, because I don't want to go hold the direction pad down too much. Otherwise, I build up momentum, and it's hard to stop on ice, just like in real life. Slam your brakes when you're driving in the snow. Tap them. So you're going to tap your control pad here so you don't build up too much momentum, so you can stop easier. Now I just got a few like block puzzle rooms, but they're not really puzzles. You just gotta blow up the right blocks and make your way through. Yeah, it's not that difficult. One of the rooms later on, we're gonna have to kind of make a staircase through with blocks. So if you mess up, you can just head out of the room, and that'll reset the blocks. Sort of how like the blocks we set in Area 5 there, forcing us to go all the way around. Just be careful here. Remember your tank, when it goes up, it kind of shoots over to the left. So you gotta sometimes maneuver it a little bit to be able to shoot the blocks on the far right. That'll be really important in the upcoming room where we have to build a staircase. Good thing if we fall down in this hole, we're not losing too much. Not falling down to the bottom of a big room. Luckily the slugs don't take off too much damage. They're mainly just there to just annoy you and knock you down into pits. climbing room, and then the next room is the one where we start like build stairs. This is near the beginning of the area. You'll notice when we get to the top of this room, there is there'll be some of these destroyable blocks to the left, on the left side of the room. And basically, if you destroy those blocks, it'll take you back to the beginning of the area. So yeah, once we get to there's the blocks right there. So that basically takes you to the second room in the area. See if we could only shoot down. We would have made so much quicker work through this area, but now the game forces you to make the long roundabout way. So this is we're going to use this area here to kind of build stairs way up to that entrance up there, because that is where the boss is. So unfortunately, sometimes, yeah, even though it looks like your tank will fit into a one tile gap, it really won't. So, boop, and I went a little too fast there. So see, it looks like I can fit in that gap, but it's not letting me. So I gotta clear out 2 gaps. I don't want to destroy too many blocks, because then, like I said, I won't be able to get up here. When I manage to get up here, get out of my tank, and this is what I'll pick up in the next episode. So take care, have a good one, see you then. Bye.